Well, um, it's not really sex that you want, is it? It's comfort and it's love. So to approach it with the view of you're complaining that you're not having sex with your husband. Sex is not what fixes relationships. It is not the healer. Love is the only healer of anything, any troubles, any conflicts. So what you first do is you have to implement, put into practice, embrace fully self-love, love of yourself. When we embrace self-love, then it prompts us to do our inner work, clean house, as it were. You do your shadow work. You work with your inner child. Those are the things that we do. You can't really truly receive or give love or sexual unions without a true love of self first. That's where it all has to begin. Now, when your husband comes home and, excuse me, when your husband comes home and you start complaining at him, what is required there is absolute compassion. You see, it all comes back to self-love again. When you have done your inner work and you're coming from a place of self-love, then you're able to really understand and to help somebody through what their issues are. I understand that you feel as though you need right now, and that may be true. You do need, but it's not sex that you need. It's an understanding yourself and an acknowledgement of the pain that you might be in. But until we recognize and we acknowledge our own pain, we really can't recognize and acknowledge someone else's and help them through it. And then when it comes into calling names, well, that is just the beginning of the blame game. The blame game it runs rampant in society, the blame game. And as you see, again, it all comes full circle to self-love. When you have done your shadow work and you embrace yourself as who and what you truly are, which is a spark of divinity, that is what we all are, okay? Well, then you can fully understand somebody else's issues. Now, if you're thinking about a divorce, I understand that you come from a Catholic background. But again, with respect to all religions, you were taught a certain thing. That doesn't make it correct or incorrect, but it was just something that you were taught. Sometimes a divorce is necessary. Sometimes you need to move on. We come together in life and we have these interactions and experiences with each other, and sometimes those only go so far. And once you've learned your lessons within that experience, sometimes that's the point where you move on. It takes courage to move on and to honor yourself and to protect yourself. Again, it all comes back to self-love. That's the key to everything. You will not only see your position better, but you will also see your husband's position better if you come from a place of self-love. We only do things like drink and get stressed out about money and all that when there's a lack of love. That's the only time that you get stressed over things. Only fear drives us to drink. Only fear makes us think, oh, there isn't enough. Oh, my job isn't good enough. Those are all panic. Those are panic reactions. We're not here to panic. You have to always take a step back, take a deep breath, and remember your true origin. Remember your God self. That is the essence of everything that we are. If you begin there, you will see your situation with different eyes. You will not only have more compassion for yourself, but you'll have more compassion for your husband. Direct and honest, heartfelt communication is the only way that we can solve things. The only way. You could have a scenario for this and a scenario for that, and an intellectual, be all end all. But the only true thing that heals in this world is love. That's the only true thing that heals, because it encompasses everything. It encompasses forgiveness, understanding, compassion, wisdom, honor. Those are the only things that really heal. So some people might think, well, you need therapy, or you need this, or you need that. And as a therapist, what I would tell you is self-love. That's the key to everything. It's the key to every woe that exists on our planet. Self-love, which leads to love of everything else, all life. You can't love another. You can't love any life until you love yourself completely. We're all intertwined. We're all intertwined. And if you are distant from yourself, then you would be distant from everyone else. You can't blame. You have to take responsibility for the choices that you've made for this lifetime. The experiences that you're having with your husband were choices that both of your souls made in order to grow. For whatever reason it is, only your souls know that. But those decisions were made to grow, whether it is to honor yourself and grow apart, or to honor yourself individually and reunite with each other. So explain to your husband what you were experiencing is fear because there's a lack of love here. Try that. And then come on back and we'll talk some more. I wish you the best. And believe me, I feel for you. I do. I feel for you. I understand exactly where you're coming from. I've had those experiences before myself. So I'm not just talking out of books or book knowledge. I'm talking from a place of experience. And through my experience, the only thing, listen to me, the only thing that heals all woes is self-love, which leads to divine love. And that's what you begin sharing. And if it appears that your husband doesn't want to walk down that path, well, then the choice is obvious. Then you must move on and honor yourself. If one does not honor themselves, no matter what you say, no matter what counsel you give them, if they are not willing or ready to accept self-love and to honor themselves, to clean house, as it were, then you have to walk away from some situations. It takes courage, but you can't follow your religious backgrounds. You must follow what your heart tells you. And if that situation is damaging to you, emotionally, physically, anyway, in any way, shape, or form, then sometimes we just have to walk away. But remember, you don't walk away in anger. You walk away with an understanding that you tried everything that you could, and that your path is now one of inner love and inner beauty. And that's what you share with the world. And when you are ready, since like attracts like, you will eventually attract that into your life. And then your relationships will be awesome. I guarantee it. You have nothing to worry about. You come back and see me again. I wish you the best.